Well, our first guests are joining us direct from Phoenix, Arizona. Two executives from Singlepoint Incorporated, SING is their stock symbol. Of course, the CEO, Greg Lambrecht, and the president, Will Ralston. Gentlemen, welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks for having us again, Don.
Thanks, Don.
Well, Greg, we did talk about this recently, but it's significant enough an event to revisit. Of course, I'm talking about your recent uplisting to the OTCQB.
Yeah, well, it's just been amazing. It took us a long time and it was a lot of work. So we finally were able to get 2016 financials done. So we've moved up to the OTCQB, and I got to tell you that those orange letters look a lot better than the pink for optics. And the shareholders have really responded well. We noticed that we've already added some market makers, and we're really excited about the transparency and the new opportunities that we're going to be having being on the OTCQB.
Now, part of the requirement to move up was to add another board member, and you were able to attract a significant individual. Tell us about him.
Yeah, so, part of the OTCQB is that we had to add another independent board member, and we were able to land a gentleman by the name of Venu, and he is really, a deep technology expert and has done a very great job of leading some of the major organizations such as Amazon, VMware, and now F5 Networks in their cloud technologies. Has vast experience in setting up development teams, and one of the things that he's going to help us with and use his expertise is to help bring our blockchain solutions to life and utilize his cloud expertise so that we can really utilize that part of the technology and those relationships.
Well, Will, we have seen a lot of volatility recently in the Bitcoin and blockchain space. To what do you attribute that?
Yeah, well, I think that there's just a lot of excitement in the industry right now. There's a lot of new technologies coming out. The Lightning Network is about to go live, and some people are actually already using it. So there's a lot of trading going on, a lot of activity, a lot of new users. So that's really just led to more visibility, and we're excited to see what happens, especially coming up this weekend. There's some big things happening within the blockchain industry, and we're diving in deep and have some great platforms that we're working on and very excited to launch.
Yeah, I also think it's important for our shareholders to know that we're not buying Bitcoins. We're not in the Bitcoin business. We're a technology company that hopefully in the near future you're going to be seeing some deals that we put together that we're providing blockchain technology for other businesses. So I just wanted to make that distinction.
Well, how are things coming along with your national ad campaign with Kevin Harrington?
Yeah, so we're about 3/4 of the way done with post-production. We're about to see the final edits. I shouldn't say the final, I should say we're about to see the second round of edits, which will lead to the final edits. And we're very excited to launch that. So once those final edits are completed and approved by us, we're going to go ahead and start buying those media placements among major news networks and start to push those out.
Yeah, and again, it's important to note that we're going to allow people to use our technology and download their coins to a mobile wallet. So I can't stress enough that we're not buying Bitcoins. We're a technology company that is on the outskirts of what's going on there, whether it's blockchain or allowing people to download to their wallet. So we think we're going to be the first mover, the first company to really do a national commercial showing people how easy it is. So that's coming up in short order, and we're very excited about it.
Now, your joint venture with Smart Cannabis Corporation has been expanded. Can you give us some details?
Yeah, so we're working with them in introducing them and referring some of the relationships we have in the cannabis industry here in Arizona, specifically for their greenhouses and their smart cannabis application that we're going to eventually tie our payments into. So it's really another product essentially for Singlepoint that we're looking to put into and drive revenue for the company. So just rounding out the cannabis industry offerings that we already have.
Are acquisitions and joint ventures going to be a big part of your growth strategy this year as it was in 2017?
Yeah, they are. In fact, last year, 2017, we had 4 acquisitions, and those are all doing really well. They've really helped our revenue. In fact, one of them is in a position to go public, and of course, we'll own shares and do quite well there. But really, I think the biggest difference in 18 is the acquisitions and joint ventures that we're going to do are just going to be on a larger scale. So we'll be increasing revenues and our footprint, not only in the cryptocurrency world, but also in the cannabis world. So we're very well funded. We're very well experienced of doing these acquisitions. So I think that the shareholders are going to see significant growth from Singlepoint, and this is actually just a perfect time for Singlepoint to be at, and you're going to be seeing some great things coming from Singlepoint here in 2018.
Once again, Singlepoint Incorporated, SING. Greg, Will, fantastic update. Thanks so much for joining us.
Go Sing.
Thanks for having us, Don.